10. Excite.com. In the 1990s and 2000s, Yahoo was the most visited website or search engine in the world. At the same time, Excite.com stood second in the world. The CEO of Excite.com made the biggest mistake of his life by rejecting the offer by Google for $1 million. As of today, Google has a market value of $280 billion and the most visited website in the world. 9. New SNCF Trains. In order to improve the railway system, in 2014, France ordered 1,800 new trains from the SNCF Company worth $20.5 billion. But the government gave wrong dimensions to the company and trains became little bit wider from the old stations when trains were little slimmer. The government measured 30 years old railway stations, but most of the stations were made 50 years ago. This mistake caused the government a loss of $68.4 million to reconstruct the old railway stations according to the new trains. 8. London Millennium Bridge. The construction of the famous London Millennium Footbridge began in 1998 and officially opened in June 2000. The bridge was made over the River Thames. The engineers focused on the design, gravitational force, and sea level. But they forget about the force exerted by people walking on the bridge. On its opening day, thousands of people came to experience the new bridge, but the bridge started swaying motion. The bridge was eventually closed for that day till the next 2 years, to make modifications and stable. The reconstruction cost was nearly $6.3 million and the company faced a huge loss. It is one of the most expensive mistakes ever made. 7. $1 million Typo by Alitalia. In 2006, the cost of business class flight on Alitalia Airlines from Toronto to Cyprus was around $3,900. But Alitalia Airlines misprinted it for just $39. Around 2,000 people booked their tickets. A silly mistake cost the company a huge loss of $7.7 million. This was the biggest and expensive mistake made by any airline ever in human history. 6. The $1 million decimal error. A submarine of 7.7 tons was being constructed for the Spanish Navy. One of the engineers made a mathematical mistake, or the decimal point error. The engineer removed decimals from the number and printed the weight for around 77 tons. After the mistake was identified, the Spanish government faced a loss of $11 million to recover. But even after that, the submarine never worked and around $6.3 billion was wasted. 5. Never throw away your Bitcoin. In 2009, a man named James Howell owned 7,500 Bitcoins. He threw away the hard disk of his computer with his Bitcoins. In 2013, Bitcoin came in popularity and more people started investing in Bitcoin. In 2013, the price of his 7,500 Bitcoins was around $3.5 million and as of 2020 the price of his 7,500 Bitcoins was around $70 million. This was the biggest mistake made by him. 4. The lottery. In 2010, a woman living in central England bought a lottery ticket and waited for the results. When results were declared, she did not feel happy even though she won a lottery of $183 million. This is the biggest lottery prize ever. She did not feel happy because her husband threw the lottery ticket in the dustbin just one day before the results were declared. 3. The SI unit confusion. There are fixed units for measurement like millimeter, centimeter, meter, kilometers, milligram, gram, kilogram, litre and more. Britishers uses different measurements called English units like feet, inches, pounds, ounces and more. In 1999, NASA launched Mars Orbiter space mission, and the directions to the satellite was given in meters and kilometers, but Lockheed Martin Aerospace Company gave directions in feet and inches. And as a result, the satellite was disturbed from its path and lost in space. In this project, NASA's $125 million was wasted. 2. $1 million stock market typo. On the 12th of December, 2005, the JCOM Company, one stock price was around 610,000 yen, one stock equals 610000 yen. But a person in the Mizuho Company of Japan sold 610,000 stocks in 1 yen. Due to this mistake, the company faced a huge loss of around $225 million. 1. Gold mine for sale. In 1867, the government of Russia decided to sell 1.72 million square kilometers to the USA for a price of $7.2 million. This was the biggest mistake made by Russia because today that land is called Alaska and has gold mines, natural gas and oil of a market value of around $200 billion.